Yo, give me just a couple of more minutes. Just a couple more minutes. I'll be right there. Hope you guys are doing swell. Hey, cool boy. Fuck you, bro. I was giving my dogs her eye drops, you asshole. God damn it. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I'm here. Bro, I've been like slowly or like keeping up with the video a little bit, and I'm really surprised on how well that thing is doing. It's like, damn, like in Hollywood now. Yeah, she got like 14K views. I was like, what the fuck? Cause yesterday, I got home yesterday. And like, cause I was up all day. Like I had to what was it, Sunday? I stayed up. I got up at 10 a.m. and like I took small breaks to watch Trot cause he was playing in uni that tournament. But I uploaded at 4 a.m. So yeah, I got home after work. I took a nap. Woke up at 9 o'clock. Well, I got home. It was at 300 views. Woke up. Shit was at 3.7K. I'm like, what the fuck? How? Shit blew my mind. Yeah, like these are like somebody else's viewership, like Brian F views. I gotta turn down the music a little bit. Oh no, that's one. I guess we just dive right in. I don't have my camera up here. But yeah, I seen some of the comments. It did take a minute because the first wave of comments were people agreeing with me and you know, saying whatever about the editing or whatnot. That is not what I meant to. What I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Alright, there I am. Okay. Y'all can see. Can y'all still hear the music? You can? Yeah, you can. Alright. Wrong thing. The editing is next level. Also, fully agree. This is a situation where it should be a buff to make this move more universal rather than remove it from the privileged view. I agree. I don't have to respond to everything. There's a lot of comments in here. I've been saying Chun's jab is kind of ass for being on the street, but could never fully articulate why. I just noticed that I gotta turn down the music for me. That's why I gotta turn down the music. My bad. Like right there. Okay. Back to it. The same Chun's jab is kind of ass for being on the street, but never could fully articulate why. I just noticed that it made her pressure feel so unthreatening and risky compared to everyone else. Having no safe ways to end 3 light block streams feels so awful, but it goes really far, so is OP, even though it's not the longest range 4 frame light in the game. I don't know if it's not. It might be Cammy's, but I'm glad somebody mentioned this and mentioned it early. The reason why her jab works like that is because it goes into low forward. But Chun is really meter hungry, so if she didn't have like a jab, like neutrally, if she couldn't like jab and go into low forward into SBK, she will always have to drive rush or do something like this. And this has always been like an issue with Chun, where in every game she leaves you standing, but she was also known for having really good neutral and good fireballs, not on par with Guile, but like her fireball game was on par with her button game. In this game, like this kind of cleans everything. These are good. They're like good whiff punish tools, but she could never stay in this range. She's always forced to square up with you. But since she's so meter hungry, she ends up having to drive rush or do something to knock you down, which is 3 bars all the time. Having if I can do it. Yeah, having this is really good for her. Like if she didn't have this, she would falter a lot in my opinion, because she would have to do this. And it's only +3 and like you're not in throw range, you have to micro walk. Like it's a bunch of I don't know, unthreatening shit on top of the damage from this. It's like whatever. So that's why I think her jab being like that, it's really annoying. And Also to mention, I don't think everybody jab should be as annoying as hers and Cammy's. I just meant, like at the end of the video, I just meant that what Ken and Akuma have, but the fact they just have more options. Like Ken can do Jinrai, he can do stand light kick, EX fireball if he wants to use meter, regular fireball, but it's like really minus. He just has more options. He can do it from this, he can do it twice and then this, he can do all three and then this. Like, he just has more options. That's what I want. I just want more options. I don't care about the neutral part of it, because Kim having this would be stupid. But I know there was somebody comment. There was my bad if I'm yelling in the mic. There was a comment later on that's going to mention Chun, saying she has really good jabs. It's literally because of that. Like, to me, it's justified. To me. But yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. I remember when I was going to try Kimberly, it went to train mode. I had forgotten I had the dummy set to do after block, right? It was on block all. I'll walk up and just do crouch and light punch, X special or something. After the first crouch and light push was blocking immediately, was DP'd, okay. Let me try stand light punch, DP after the first block. Go on to find out Kimberly can't chain any of her lights. It's not that she can't chain them. She can chain them. She just doesn't have options really. Oh, I wasn't even reading the chat, my bad. Oh, let's see. For what I've seen and informative and practices do the best. Yeah, they do. I mean, having informative videos for a small channel, it's a good way to build a base audience. And not to say that's the only reason why I'm doing it, but it helps. But it's not that her jabs aren't chainable. They are. I don't like. They're chainable. They stop mashing. I don't know what that guy was completely talking about. Just that you get done doing them. Like, stand jab can only go into itself twice. I don't think this changes into itself, does it? It does. Yeah, it does. But if this had more pushback on it compared to this, I would use it more. There's really no reason to use it because, I don't know, it's not that great. It's all the same. Like, there it is. Like, that shit whiffs compared to that. But yeah, her lights aren't the best. Congrats, man. Oh, this is a different one. I'll respond to you later. No pushback. Application deleted. Well done. Always respect for Dr. African. Oh, I think this was the one I seen when I was at work, and I was like, yeah, I'ma wait. Okay. Don't understand the request for an even more homogenized offense system. Crazy that Chun-Li is shown as a character that struggled in this situation when she has some of the best situations off lights in the game. After 3 lights, she can chain into another light punch outside the opponent's range if they press crouch medium kick and get counter hit while they're eating a combo because of crouching. A light punch easily links into crouching. Counter hit, my bad. Counter hit light punch leads easily into crouching medium kick. Most Chun-Li players don't do this because her walk speed is so good and because her stand light push goes so far. She has an easy time continuing light sequences and mixing up their options that way. Okay, Kimberly has a plus on block low that combos on hit, and the block can lead to a perfect spacing situation. Crouch and light punch, crouch and medium kick, crouch and light punch, stand light kick. She really needs, if she really just wants to be a safe through light stream, she can do stand light push crouch. I knew this shit would happen. So okay, I'm gonna finish it. There are more ways to mix up than lights than will I do a full light stream or not. So as a big issue of, so it's not as big of an issue that not every character has the same situation after 3 lights, especially when characters that have the worst situation make up for it in other ways. So about that, we were just talking about this in Discord. This does space her out, but it's only really useful like here, because if they walk back, I think if they walk back, the third light whiffs and she doesn't get anything for it. Yeah, it whiffs, right? So, and this happens. I don't want to seem like I'm just OSing, because this does happen. Why you no walk back? Oh my. Doing it too late. Anyway, the entire thing is since this doesn't hit, the third hit of this doesn't connect, people are going to walk back in general. And since you can't see it, you can see it hit but you can't confirm it. It creates a very dumb situation where, yeah, now you know they're walking back, but you can't do anything about it. And yeah, they're just walking back, so yeah, you got your space. But if they just walk back and press a button, you get punish counted for it. And you cannot sit up here and tell me that that's worth doing this for, because this happens. I used a string before because one of my homies hit me up. And I've seen this string used because I use it in the corner. Like, it's only good in the corner because they cannot walk back. But mid-screen, like, using this is fucking pointless because they're always going to walk back. And I end up doing something like this, right? Like, and nothing reaches from that range. So you're telling me to do something like this just because, like, I'm doing this out of fear and hope. No, I'm doing this out of pure hope that they respect it and just let it happen and don't walk back in the game where I can never predict what somebody's going to do. The game is too random to just leave it up to, oh yeah, you can do this, you can do that, when other characters, and I know you can, like I said in the video, you can interrupt other characters. Like, this is a 5-frame gap, but I know you're purposely doing this to interrupt me. You're not just willy-nilly throwing a light. You're doing it because you know a light button fits in that string that I'm doing. You're doing it on purpose, so you can justify getting hit. With Kim, when you do a string and then you're done, you can't justify getting hit because you're forced there and you don't have many options, and every option you do is very committal. Like, you can do this, but if blocked, he can do counter hit, jab into. Let's do it. So he blocking, right? Oh no, he can do what, low forward. Yeah, what the fuck? This can't get off a punish counter. But like, if blocked, you get sent to the corner. So then that entire situation, like using crouching, using this shit twice, it has its uses. I use it here if I want to space myself, but for the most part, like, doing that shit mid-screen is pointless. Do crouching light punch, crouching light kick, crouching light punch, stand light punch, buffered into 214 heavy kick. Music is nice. I appreciate it. How you doing? You mean this? Is that what you're talking about? 214 is back. You're right. I'm tripping. Okay. I just went over this. If they... This string right here is good, but for this specific reason, where they walk back, because they will walk back, and you will see this. I'm not the only victim when it comes to this. Fucking look at Psycho or whoever. They all know, like, Kim stopping people from walking back is really hard. So once an intelligent player blocks this, the crouch and light, they have no reason not to back up. Now, what I do, and I know everybody's gonna say, well, in the game, there's a bunch of options and not everything's gonna be the best. But what I end up doing, I do something like this, right? Which, like, I can't do nothing after this. Like, if I do hit them walking back, that's pretty much it. That's all I get from that situation, which is fine. But I'm still risking them not pressing the button after this, or walking back and then doing fierce to smoke that crouch jab. It's -13 on whiff. The crouch and light punch, so Ken has 3 frames to hold back and press light punch and get punished. Yeah, like you run into this situation. So now you're making Ken commit to stand heavy punch, but the situation is in his favor. Because I'm not making him commit. He does whatever he wants. I'm doing this out of pure fear that he does low forward. I'm doing this right here out of pure fear, out of the presence of this one button, and committing to doing this, and you cannot confirm like that without a second button. That's just a read. It's a safe buffer. That's actually pretty dope. Yeah, that's actually pretty dope. See what I mean? Since you never know what they're going to do, doing all of this shit out of pure fear of one fucking button of walking back is really fucking annoying. And it happens. Like, I'm not even trying to be an asshole. Like, you just see me say that was pretty dope. Like, that's a pretty dope buffer. I ain't gonna hold you. That's pretty dope. Being able to do that, but you never know what they're gonna do. Now do heavy punch instead of. That's the thing. You don't know what they're gonna do. You're committing to something like this. Like, bro, I'm telling you, if you've ever seen me, if you go back and watch my World Warrior run, my latest, the only video I have up of my recent one, play against Save, you never know what he's going to do. And you don't know what you're going, and they don't know what you're going to do, but this is in their favor. That's what I'm saying. I'm doing this out of fear. Overextending in a game like 6 makes no sense. That's why this character isn't good. I get it, it's more risky for Kimberly, but you can't just reduce it down to I always guess wrong. I'm not saying I'll always guess wrong. It's just in their favor. And trying to fight against it is not the best. It's not the best decision where in a game. It's not the best decision where it's in their favor and they can literally do anything. They could choose not to respond. They could choose to micro walk back and respond with heavy punch to completely smoke this. They can choose to respond with stand light kick and completely fuck everything up. Like, it's so many things that they can do. I might as well just not do anything. Now, what will completely justify this, because this is another thing I didn't squeeze into the video. If backdashes worked the same way that they did in 5, I wouldn't have made the fucking video. I literally wouldn't have made the video. But the fact that I'm always afraid of low forward, and you can't backdash a low, yeah, you can backdash that, but you can't backdash a low forward. I'm not gonna risk that, because if I get hit by him, I'm going to the corner, and in this matchup, this shit is terrible. You get sit here once, you're probably dead. And if you get out of this, I mean, because you can get out, but the reason why it's a bad matchup is because neutrally she loses. This situation isn't the best, so you can't really space yourself to whiff punish his win condition. And then once you get here, and if you do get out, you probably took a couple of throws and, you know, got your drive gauge beat up from blocking, and now you have to make a comeback on a character with like full resources of some shit. I remember it being, you can backdash the low forward after one of her strings. Let me find it again. I remember it being bad, so I didn't mention it. You gonna have to find that, brother. But it's probably gonna end up being a string that doesn't stop them from walking back. So you're gonna end up doing that for that specific reason, and then they could probably walk back and just punish a button. But I'm gonna let you find it. Have you experimented with crouching light kick or a stand light push or even crouching medium push? I find that people rarely press it after the second light. Yeah. So what I end up doing, because you know the situation is so fucked, I end up trying to mix up my my button choices. And if you comboed into a medium, like the problem with this is that if you do a medium, nothing you do from this button besides drive rush is real, so they're going to respond automatically. So you'll end up having to do something like this to try to catch them pressing a button, but you're using 2 bars, which is, you know, that's okay. But like the moment they block a medium, it's fake. Like they're going to respond, especially after this. So what I end up doing something like that, because it's +1. Like I do mix up my options, but this situation comes up so much that it's rare to be able to do anything in a game that's so fucking mashy compared to these characters that can do they can do 3 jabs, right? And for the most part, like if you do a light kick after that, it's going to whiff. So them doing this doesn't really matter. On top of, they don't even have to always be right here. They can just do that, or think you're going to respond, Genrai or Fireball. Like I think Akuma has it the best personally. You can backdash a low forward after one of her streams. I already read that. I'm tripping about the chat move. But yeah, like this normal having so much pushback, I don't even think it's a problem. Like I truly and honestly don't even think this is a problem. I don't want it to be removed either. I think it's fine. I just think something like this being attached to just something so small that's been in Street Fighter for such a long time, being attached to characters that are already strong and still will probably be strong without it, makes no sense to me. That's just me though, I guess. Hold on, go to the next comment. And after chaining it into that 4th play, if the opponent does press crouch and medium kick, that's a free potentially game-winning whiff punish. So yeah, Chun struggles. Good walk speed doesn't change that your opponent is +3 after every jab. Every time you walk, you're risking getting clipped by a low. No other meta character has to worry about this. This is literally what I mean. Yeah, like that shouldn't be spacing like that, because spacing has been character specific, but it's very it stands out against other characters in other games. I would have to pull up an example, but something as simple as just spacing yourself just a little bit has always been in the game. And somebody, oh, is the next comment. What's it matter? Kimberly players that religiously skip neutral anyway, and her block string overhead throw mix up is always my turn BS. So, like I said before, if you're against this, at least how he's against it, you're defending a character who has overhead, he's basically Kimberly but better. Nigga has the same drive rush. He has a low forward that's cancelable. He has some of the best reaching likes in the game. -1 likes at that. Plus on block normals and overhead. And then on top of that, he can kill you. I like to call this character the casual 60% because everything he does from crouch and medium punch or low forward can be into 60%. So what this guy is saying is that Kimberly is just as bad as Bison. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know, bro. You know what? No words. You get the walking emoji. Now every character should have access to safe light strings, but all of them should have at least one way of getting out of it safely. That's what I'm saying. If Kim has to spend her meter to stay safe, cool, better than actually being punished for doing a light string. I agree to disagree. Because the way she would have to spend meter to stay safe is using EX run, but that's also DPable. Not the comments on some bullshit, brother. For the most part, people were agreeing with me, and I think it's people who've played Street Fighter before 6, or who are just higher level players in this game that understand the situations more. Run certainly is a safe, not after jab. No, I know that. Man, try to test my gangster. What I was gonna say before I interrupted myself is the only way she would have to use like her specials or meter to get safe is by doing this after a jab and not doing anything, because look at that range. Like, you're out of low forward range, but you can still get DP'd from this. And the thing is with Kim, better players pay attention to what button they're blocking, so they understand what to do next. Yeah, I could bait it by doing nothing, but this is still DPable. And if EX teleport actually worked like Sway, I remember coming up with something back when the game released, like early in the days. I was thinking people wouldn't mash as much because I was doing it at a range. Like, I noticed people would do crouch and medium kick earlier in the game after blocking one normal from this range. So what I would end up doing is doing something like that. But people just, like right here, they can either do that, they can do that, or this. And all of that kind of just stops her from doing crouch and medium punch. So that's a thing in itself. You guys want to know another funny thing before we get back to the comments? There's a character that has this. She's not like top tier or anything, but her neutral is fucking amazing. Where's she at? And the reason why I can, it's funny. Watching IDOM, like if you watch IDOM in the past World Warriors, whenever he came to get safe and boost, this motherfucker was doing this. He was consistently, and I know people want to say, yeah, she has it because her Oki isn't that good, but he was consistently doing this shit. Oh wait, I'm tripping. He would do shit like that on purpose. He sometimes wouldn't even approach. He would just do this. And since Ken struggles, if Ken can't get like his crouching medium kick out, really, they say he struggles in the matchup. He just has to think more. That's all it is. Because this matchup, I think, is even for the simple fact that she can get out of this range. Because her stand leg kick is really good. That shit reaches. So, like, if anybody's really curious or like wonders why like this situation is so strong, go watch Idom versus Boost, because Boost is really religious when it comes to responding like that, or Safe, because he does the same thing, and watch how he handles that matchup. He literally stays out of this range on purpose doing this shit alone. And if Kim had this, it's not even like Ken himself would not beat her still, because his neutral would be still better than hers. She would just be able, I would just be able to justify getting hit. That's all I want. Because in some of these situations where I feel like I have to fucking make this hard read on something so small that grants me little reward, it just, I don't want to go on another rant, but it's annoying. If I had a light kick like that, I would use it. I wouldn't have made the video. Great video, love the editing, but FYI, Kimberly can already do this, but it's just 5 light points, like I said. Yeah. Like I said, greater, if you're above 1800 or more, or if you've gotten to 1800 or more and play better players, or even if you play like anybody that knows what they're doing, you know that this is only useful in the corner. Marissa, crouching light punch is -3, and there's a big gap in her chaining another crouching light punch. So if you match routine, you can trade favorably into a counter hit combo. So if you catch Marissa trying to wake up and interrupt you with crouching light punch at fast as normal, and you block it, she already lost. Match it fast low, and she can't even gladius through it because it doesn't have low armor. Huh? I know about the gladius thing, but like people were given options on what you can do, but failing to realize you're doing these options out of hope and fear that the opponent doesn't have to do anything and won't consistently do anything, since there's no safe BS you're shooting in the dark. So in the first of 2 situations, you have to risk games or try and build info, and it can still be wrong, where others don't have to do this to be threatening. Marissa's crouching light punch would trade with another 4 frame on block. And Marissa can press 3 lights and be safe. I 100% agree with you, man. As a kid main since beta, I hate her footsies options with little to no reward and very high risk. Thank you for clarifying my thoughts on this subject. See, yeah, look, in 5, hopefully I don't go on a rant here, but in 5, and I'm not finna defend 5, one of the key things I learned in 5, because I played Colleen to learn the game, but ended up maining Ibuki towards the end. One of the key things I learned in 5 was being able to space yourself. No, I'm doing the wrong thing. Being able to space yourself underneath the clock is fucking crucial to corner control. Kim, she can do this with that string I showed, right? But she can't confirm anything from it. And people are gonna say, well, you just want her to be able to do everything. Well, Ibuki was kind of the same way. Ibuki had everything that every other character had, but she just got less reward on it because of the archetype of character she is. And that's always been the case. Like with even Guy, like I showed a clip of Guy in Third Strike, the Alpha 3. He did like a combo, or he did a string on block, right? And this man went literally right here. I'm not sure if anybody paid attention to it, but if you go back and watch that clip I had, he went like a little bit like right here. But Guy didn't do that much damage, similar to Kim, but he had the same options, just they didn't have the same amount of reward. I'm not asking her to do fucking like mad damage or be able to like. Personally, bro, if they gave this to her, I wouldn't even ask for a fucking DP. If she could do what Ken can do, I would be completely fine with having a 10 frame level 1. I would be. I don't care. But the way this game is structured is that they want everything to be so. They want everything to be engagement, and they're all about in the moment decisions, which I'm fine with. But I feel like they completely forget that this is a thing. And this shit comes up all the time. Yeah, it's character dependent, but it even comes up on block. Characters already have really strong, aggressive, fucking corner control in this game isn't character specific. Not really. And then once you get hit, every character pretty much has good Oki outside of, you know, Manon. But like, the fact that the game is so volatile. The game is volatile on top of corner carry being good, on top of the screen not being like as big as 4, because in 4 the screen was bigger, and I think in 6 the screen is a bit bigger than 5, but the corner carry is way too good for every character. But I'm not arguing against any of that, because I know people love how active the game is. Shit, I love how active the game is. That's one of the reasons why I didn't like 5. 5 got kind of boring. It had a good like loop to it, and it was fun to watch, but 5 got kind of boring because it was just, you knew what was going to happen. In this game, you kind of never know what's going to happen, but in some situations, I just feel like this isn't, what's the right word? What's the right phrase for like a deep interaction? Somebody help me out. I'm having a stroke. Hey dude, I get recommended your video of light punches. Your editing is insane. I appreciate it, man. Glad you enjoyed it. But I just feel like this situation isn't interesting because it's always in the opponent's favor for the most part if you can't do it. Now, Marisa can do this. Yeah, like she can space herself out of crouching medium kick. It's all about how often the situation comes up though. So like if cause she's gonna be right here, and Marisa's not always gonna use her lights. Like it's a choice really. Cause she has safe jumps right in the corner. But if you're in a situation where like Brian described with that DJ, and you go to do like this, the second like jab doesn't always hit. So if they do fire back with crouch and medium punch, I should just have a button. I should just have all of these set really. Like you get fucked up. But at the same time, she can do shit like that, and like Gladius and stuff. But like I said, she's afraid of, like that guy mentioned, afraid of that. Which happens. Which happens. So you just never know. Can you show the string you talked about for Kim that spaces her out of crouching medium kick? Yeah, so in the corner, like every Kim outside of the Japanese Kims, because they play insane, like Psycho and Shine and me, and I'm pretty sure Zyklus or Zickles, however, I think it's Zyklus, do the string in the corner. Like it works. Thought you was I thought your main was a Kim. I do main Kim. I appreciate the follower. Does it work against Jury? Yes. Yes. But remember, Jury, her whatchamacall is 8 frames, so you can do this. But once again, here this comes up. Like that comes up. So it's really just pick your poison. That's my thing. Akuma doesn't have to worry about that shit. It happens all the time. Any fucking idiot in ranked will do this. Yeah, Jury can also just do stand medium kick, but like at this range, well no, stand medium kick is 5 frames. It probably would trade. No. Yeah, she could just buffer that. She could just buffer that into into anything. Yeah, not to mention that's why it's so dumb when she does this. It's 0 on block, but you might as well not interact with it because of her reward. So that's my problem. You go to do one thing, right? You go to do one thing that beats this one specific thing. Like, we're hoping that she does that, but nothing is going to stop her. Like, and plus, like, nothing's going to stop her from doing that. And you're going to have to commit to doing like drive rush, or I guess you could buffer it like homeboy mentioned. So like that's what happens mid-screen. Like, you go to do something, like you do this string mid-screen, but the third light will whiff, so they will walk back and then whiff punish the third light completely on accident. And that's the most annoying thing, is that they don't do it on purpose, they do it on accident. Because there's so many comments, there's so many people in the comments like, oh, I didn't know this was a thing. I just thought everybody had what Ken and Akuma had. So this entire time, I've been stuck in this situation, and people have just been responding because they know they can, not knowing what they're trying, not knowing what I'm trying to do to beat it. Character sucks. 90% of the time that I get crouching medium kick after a light block string, that's why you're here, brother. Yeah, Kim light string is not even worth finishing, in my opinion. This is kind of the solution I came to, and I told one of my homies about this. What I end up doing is this, and I don't do anything afterwards. But like, they can still mash, because if they think you're going for a throw, they can still mash. So if you run into this situation often, like you just have to mix up what you do on block. You're hoping that they respect you though in the game where everything is negative. That's the thing. So like, people walk back, right? I already did this, but if somebody walks back, you got to get creative and do that, but you don't get nothing for it. But I've used this. I've used it. I played it. I play the. I mean, I do it to anybody in ranked, really. If I see that they're walking back after this, just to get an ounce of damage, because it gives you like 540 damage. But like, I did this against Zaf when I played him, and I would try to, like, he would never swing back, so I couldn't really do stand medium kick because he could whiff punish it. So I just kind of just let that rock and left it alone. Or I would do something like this and then drive rush afterwards to catch them off guard. So that's just what it is. Stand medium kick beats every option from every character. Yeah. The fact that people can arbitrarily respond and you die for doing something so small is crazy. That's the thing. That's my argument, but other people see it in a different light. My solution is just to end the string after 2 lights and go for elbow drop or throw mix up. Sometimes the occasional smoke teleport to catch them mashing. At least if they tech the throw, I'm back in neutral. That's kind of my mindset, and go out of their range. It's not great, but to me is better than E and crouching medium kick for free pressure. Just my 2 cents. Great video, by the way. This was helpful as a kid main from a fight against those privileged characters. Yeah, so another thing with crouching medium kick, if they didn't want everything to be so committal and drive reversal was better, this would be another thing where I wouldn't complain. If you could reliably react to crouching medium kick drive rush for drive reversal, I wouldn't complain. But you can't. You have to. I don't even think you can be a frame late. Let's test that. Um, I would have to get Ken or somebody. I respect people giving answers, but I think many are failing to understand what you can and what people do in the moment varies drastically. Yep. What was I talking about? Drive reversal, right? Does this vary? Alright, 4 frames. Alright, 5 frames. Alright, I was making things up. No, it wasn't. Does this vary? Might be because her crouch and beam kick doesn't have that much block stun. Let's see how high it goes. Am I tripping? I swear this was a thing, right? Let's see. That shit went up to 12 frames. What's up, Kaito? You're on the YouTube chat? What the hell? No, that's right. I am tripping. You need 17 frames of block stun. What's the reactable thing again? Like, a human can only react to 16 frames minimum, right? So yeah, it's you go all the way up here, which is borderline reactable, and that's what happened. Yeah, the fastest is like 16 to 18 frames. So if when you go the drive reversal, you have to do a shit like immediately. Anything under 15 frames is basically, well, 16 frames is basically like not reactable. People can react up within 10 frames. You sure about that? I also know this argument has really drastic answers. Like, some people think 16 frames is completely reactable, or like even 14. But it all plays on anticipation. Like, if you're fucking really focused on this, yeah, you got it. But it's not as reliable as yeah, you can't then. That shit sucks. There's a website where you can check your reactions. Yeah, that's a whole thing in itself. But just know the general rule of thumb. Dashes in Street Fighter V, the fast ones were 16 frames, and that's why people kept complaining they were unreactable, because they were borderline reactable plus the netcode. But even offline, like checking dashes offline was a very hard thing to do in Street Fighter V because they were borderline reactable. It was very dumb. It's a very dumb thing to be fast. In this game, what I respect about 6, in this game everything has a reasonable amount of recovery for the most part. But drive reversal is kind of just ass. I'm 100% certain I can react within 10 frames. Street Fighter 6 has an input delay of 2 to 4 frames depending on the setup as well. For instance, Crouch Medium Kick has 13 frame hit confirm window, and I can hit confirm in Street Fighter. It's absurdly hard, but I do believe everyone can do it. Crouch Medium Kick is not confirmable. Once again, I digress. I agree to disagree because I really do not know. But I'm pretty sure you, like, if you could confirm Crouch and Medium Kick, this game, like, nobody would be on this game. That would be the worst. That would be terrible. That would be fucking insane. Yes, I can, and I wrote a whole ass paper about it. Why it isn't good in Street Fighter 6 as well. Look, I agree to disagree. I personally think that shit is not confirmable. Maybe it varies with counter hit, maybe, but like the general consensus on that being confirmable across the community is crouching medium kicks and 6 are not confirmable for a very good reason, because you can cancel them into drive rush. So if you can't confirm crouching medium kick, go get to legend ring, bro. That shit's easy. I'm fucking upset. I'm laughing at your videos and realizing this guy beat my ass yesterday. One way Chun gets around this is crouching light kick, crouching light punch, crouching light punch every fireball. That's extreme, yeah. Once again, I'm gonna just bring up that situation in the video. So like, yeah, she can do that, but since it's locked behind a charge, in situations like this, right here, in situations like this, she does not have charge to do a fireball to space herself out. On top of, like, fireballs in this game just have less pushback and they're more negative on block. If she did have that at all times, I wouldn't have made the video. But like right here, Nashfran does 1, 2. I even tried yesterday, right? I tried yesterday that I wanted to see if she could do like jump light legs, but since it's -3, she can't. So her, like right here, she has no charge. She would have to do Hazanchu, but light Hazanchu is like -9 or EX whatchamacallit, but very meter hungry. That's what she's known for. So like doing all of that is good. It's cool that she does have an answer, but it's locked behind meter. So you'll be like 2 bars and then SBK or whatever. But she has no charge right here. So she can't consistently do that shit as Akuma and Ken can. And that's why I made the argument with Chun. This video literally sums up why. Oh. This video literally sums up. This is 6 minutes ago why I picked Akuma. I just got tired of lights ending me. I got tired of lights ending with me not being able to safely disengage. I've been saying since the 5 era fighting games in general have been too little pushback on block. They want to push these framed at the knowledge check canned RPS games. And I'm so happy attention is coming to the core of an issue. You know, this is really cool to see because it makes me feel like I'm not the only one. It was the first thing I tested with the game because I hopped in ranked. I was like, wait, I can't do this. And at first I didn't think it would be a big deal because I thought it was the same across the board. But when I messed with other characters and I seen that they can do it, then they end up becoming some of the strongest characters in the game. It's like, yeah. We called it the string test though. And when Rashid comes out and he was able to space himself. So we were like, okay, they know about the situation and eventually they're going to change it. Then Aki comes out, they didn't. Not really. She can, but she can't at the same time. It's weird. She kind of has to deal with the situation like Kim, but she can also do she can do that poison bubble thing, but it doesn't push her out of the ring. It's weird with her. But yeah, it's the string test. We were like, yeah, they're going to give it to every DLC character, and surely enough, they did except one. So I feel like they know about the issue. I just don't think they care enough to do anything about it until somebody says something. Amazing editing and very insightful sub. Appreciate it. Who? Me no speak Spanish. Somebody translate. I think he says really I know Weno's good. The video. Look, I can only somewhat speak Korean. You know what? I'm gonna just let him have that. I appreciate it, brother. Everything Ken does leave him at a perfect space to space trap range since beta 1. Yeah. Nice video, thanks. Yep, there's no safe solution, but it's rare that people matches on light string so that you can sneak a medium in. Yep, he doesn't play ranked and he's not around my level. The reason hit confirm and crouching medium kick isn't good is because when your opponent blocks it, you're not -5, or you're not -5, -6 depending on the character. Often you can't be punished, but you lose the ability to walk away from their low forward, and they aren't going to hit confirm. They'll go into drive rush and put you into pressure. So you're losing meter already and putting yourself in a risky situation, which also removes the risk of their rebuttal, crouching medium kick being a whiff, so it removes risk from their attacks as well. You just can't hit confirm it, dog. And look, if you can hit confirm it, you're probably one of the only humans on Earth that can. I'm not gonna take that away from you. I got a video of me hit confirm it. Link it in Discord or in the chat. That was a good video. I appreciate it, man. Glad you learned something. Glad you learned my struggle. If anybody wants to see my struggle in action, go watch my my World Warrior video where I played safe. And then whenever there's whenever the finals for our for the East Coast region come up, watch Psycho play against whatever Ken. You'll see him get angry. My non-typing ass. Like that match between Nephew's Yuri and Shuto's Akuma really shows how much the top tier characters are from the rest of the cast. I can't imagine what playing a character like Marissa or Jamie is when you have to play against the top tiers who can abuse this hit string. But the game is PTW though. What does PTW mean? But game isn't PTW though. Jamie can do this. I say he can't because it's weird. He can't do it against Jury. Pay to win. Oh. You youngins couldn't just type that out. So you see that, right? He can do it, but if he walks back, he gets hit. I don't know why that's the thing though. He can backdash, but like if he chooses to walk back, he gets hit. But if he sits still and does nothing, he doesn't get hit. I don't know if this is like a bug with his walk back being weird with the animation or something, or just being too slow. But like, he can't like walk back after that. He has to just neutrally sit still. I don't think he can crouch. Yeah, crouching get him hit. And like crouch blocking, he blocks it. So you have to just not do anything, which is weird. Because when I got him to master, like I did this a little bit, but there were some situations where I just got swept, or like, yeah, I just got swept for no reason. I was like, oh, my bad. It's because like, you have to go neutral here. But at the same time, Jamie can do this. That's the result of the animation ending. That's what I was thinking. The moves end, they have additional animations, passive recovery that don't play when you cancel the animation when moving on another button. Lots of moves have that. Yeah. Like, it has to do something with the animation. And you can kind of see it here. Like, he goes to walk back after stand leg kick, but like something weird happens. Yeah, you see him go from recovering the stand leg kick to walking back, and then he gets hit. But I'm pretty sure Capcom doesn't know about that. I doubt they care. Great music, great editing. Thank you. Am I crazy, or does Manon not have this problem? She doesn't. It seems like I can do 3 lights and be out of the range of crouching medium kick tested on Cammy. If I'm right, it's kind of a counterpoint because Manon is not top tier as anyone else, as anyone's list. Manon, Honda, and Sim can space themselves with 3 lights out of the crouching medium kick range and anti-air, but they have huge glaring issues, so on top of their reward of the lights isn't nearly as high. Showing this concept is just a reference to something that doesn't feel great in the game and causes weirdly forced interactions with something so small and turning it into something very committal for such low return. Agreed. Yeah, Manon, I mentioned it. That's why I showed Ryu at the end, because I felt like someone was going to be like, well, Ryu is a top tier and he could do the same thing. I think Ryu is decent. Top tier, I don't know. Probably like, he's probably like high, top of B or like low A now. But yeah, Ryu has it good for the most part, but he isn't top tier. My point was that majority of the top tiers, if not all of them, can do it. Like Cammy, she can't do it, but she has a dive kick. So people are already hesitating responding to her anyway, so that's justified. But Guile, it's funny. Guile and Chun-Li are both zoning characters. See how much pushback this shit has? They know he's a zoning character. Like, at the pushback. On top of, like, everything he does, perfect. It's like, with a boom, got that. And then his lights are, what? This one, oh, they're -2. Like, he can just do that, which happens. But then he can also just do that if he wanted to. So, yeah. That's the thing. But once again, Manon is a very, like, her Oki is bad. She has other issues that make this strength not shine as high as the other characters, or as much as the other characters. Kind of split on this because I used to play Jury. Me and a lot of people, including pros like Jack, wanted less pushback on lights. I think it is an intentional balancing option because some characters do not deserve to walk out. Cammy being a prime example. Her jabs are -2 and non-low forward 7 frame stop her from walking out and call out her dive kicks after a light. There's an RPS in this situation. If you're playing against her, you have to decide if you're willing to just do mids and stop her from dive kicking or walking out of that situation. Diving or walking out, but in that situation, your turn ends after that interaction. If you don't drive rush or do something because in that situation, she now has the freedom to dive kick or drive rush or just play it safe. Cammy's not the only character that might be a problem too. So with these 2 reasons, I don't believe homogenizing the cast would be homogenizing the cast because some of the characters are designed by professionals. Lab online ideals are usually inspired by one person's ideals for their character that another who plays the same character might not want. I'm gonna tell you now, there's not a single Kim player that does not want this. Also, this has been a thing for Cammy since she's existed. It's no different. So, I mean, I agree. And nobody really likes Cammy, so she's gonna get, I feel like, bias hate anyway. I don't even like Cammy. But, hear me out. It's gonna sound like I'm defending her. Say if, where's she at? Just hear me out. I'm cooking. I might be cooking. So say if Cammy had a string that pushed her like back here, and she chooses the dive kick, the further back Cammy is, the easier it is to react to her dive kick. So if she's like around this area, you're probably just going to be able to anti-her. Now, that also doesn't change that if she had more pushback on her lights, or like something like Akuma, she would just do 2 lights instead of all 3 or all 4 into dive kick. But that's literally no different from what she already does. So yeah, you're probably, at the end of the day, you're giving her another option. But like I said, I'm okay with her not having it, but this would not make her overly dumb in the grand scheme of things if every character has it. Just my opinion. But like right here, you're going to react to if she does dive kick, because the dive kick she has to do is heavy. So you have to do it like right there. You're going to react to that. A good player will from this range. What makes her hard is right here. Because you don't know if she's going to do this, she can empty jump, or she can dive kick. If she's back here, you have more than enough time to react. But I digress all the same. I don't really care if Cammy has it or doesn't have it. I think if they gave it to her, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but nobody likes Cammy, and I can't blame them. But this as a design choice, I don't know, man. Personally, if this was a design choice, that just shows the game is not for me, and I'm content with that. I'm gonna be honest. But since characters have it, it gives me some type of hope that they introduce it later on, because every character kind of plays the same right now. Like you just do a button into drive rush and you force something. So playstyles don't really exist because 6 doesn't introduce a way to express yourself really, because of how strong the system is. So like in the game like Eunice, right, you can cancel any normal into itself. If they did something like that for just lights, not everything, because the game is already pretty much anime, they did something like that for lights, where say if with Cammy now you can cancel stand light kick into jab or something like that. Not saying she should be able to, just throwing the idea out there. I think that would be a pretty cool concept, because because lights are negative. I don't know. That's kind of what I was thinking when I said every character should have it. If they don't give it to where, like, just give more pushback on certain lights, don't change the frame data, or they could, I'm not saying they should, make every light -1, where every character can do like a stand light kick if they wanted to. Like they have options. I just don't think they're going to use it because they don't even look at the situation. It could be a design choice, and if come season 3 this is a design choice, then I ain't got much else to say. I just have to shut my mouth and deal with it. But like, entertain the idea if you can do like jab jab, jab jab, stand light kick, crouch jab, some BS, or crouch light kick, stand light kick, stand jab, and that string itself pushed you back. It would be pretty cool, in my opinion. I don't know. I get what he's coming from. I understand, and I like it. This makes sense. But the whole reason why I put this in the video as well. So like right here. Right here, PR Balrog. After the LCQ, I would bench Juri as my main for 1 character per year learning curve. Thoughts about her overall. A fantastic character with the worst weaknesses. Since everyone can walk away from her like button pressure, she becomes easier to fight against. I don't know, maybe I'm not cooking, but PR Balrog seems to think I'm cooking. My problem is that some characters is that some characters have a special that is safe and frame traps from lights instead of others have light punishable moves. What? Instead of other have light punishable and other you have to use meter to stay safe or you just die. I know what he's trying to say. Like other characters have to use meter or they just die. Like I showed with Kim. Yeah, I get it. Not having good ways to condition your opponent on to block is so dumb. In a game where everything is negative and volatile, like I said, like having this, I'm gonna sound like a broken record from this point on probably, but having this will not destroy what 6 is. Not saying nerf the damage or anything. Just let me. I just want to justify being able to get hit. If I condition somebody in a way where they know they can't press a button, but like if I'm playing the character, like when I was playing Akuma, I never really complained. I didn't give a fuck because I had stand like it. If somebody got out of the corner against me and I got to space myself accordingly, like underneath the clock, I'm not going to be mad. You played well enough to get out the corner when I was at the perfect spacing for it. And that's how it kind of always been in Street Fighter. Like I would give people respect for that 100%. But when you're forced to be this close and you can't react to crouch and medium kick with drive reversal, or you can't stop it from coming out, or you never know what they're gonna press, and then like it's a bunch of shit that just adds up to you just sitting there because that's the best decision to do. And there is so many times where, like during Capcom Cup, where they would do a jab and you would just see them sit still and they would just be like a staring contest. And some people will find that, oh, that's fucking epic. They're afraid. They don't want to get clipped. That's the reason why they do that. They're not trying to like call out a button. They take no risks because they know it's a dumb thing to do. It's like, look, you have a you have the button, I have the button. Who's on the press it first? That's what it is. You go first, bow. Oh, you try to react? GG's. That's what the game is. I don't like it, personally. I deal with it. You think they tell you something as important as your character actually can't do some universal shit as other ones can? Absolutely adore the Adult Swim style of narration and editing. Please more videos like this. I try, if I have enough time. That's interesting. I never do that. Makes sense though, because I'm always getting hit low with crouch and medium kick. So I have to lab my options more and to see and check. Thank you very much. He's soon going to find out that you have no option. Dude, your editing is good. Slap it on mic and you have a bigger video. I appreciate it. Well, it's been fun the past months it's been fun this past month playing nothing but Terry, but I guess it's time to pack up. It's time to go back to Ed. That's fucked up. Because Terry has -1 lights, but he has like no good specials to cancel and block. The cat Hermie getting all that praise deserved. Nice production quality, good content. Didn't know about the aspect of lights. Thumbs up. Thank you. Kimberly just adds stand light kick to your string. It pushes you out of range and is airtight if they decide to mash. You guys have options but don't want to What? It's a great video. I appreciate it. And don't get me wrong, Ember. Like, it might seem, well, I hope it's not seem like I'm coming off aggressive against you. I'm all up for debating. That's why I said leave your opinion in the comments. So I hope you're not taking it personally, because it's interesting to see it from somebody else's perspective. Even though I'm gonna stick to my opinion for what it is. But this guy says for Kimberly. Did he even watch the video? Where you go? No. Where he go? damn it. The dude said just do stand light kick. I have a -2 light. That doesn't do anything. That might be the only comment I dislike, if I can find it. Whatever. We'll run into him again. I'm a kid player. I feel the struggle every day. Last someone sees the BS I see. Me too. The most hilarious part is how you actually got everything about Ed's lights correctly in this video. With when week 1 of his release, I was basically one of the only people talking about how Ed crouch and light kick, and I'm guessing this is Sway. Incredible options while the masses were crying about his jabs being short. I was one of them guys that cried about his jabs being short, and I still do when I play him. Was BKR. I think he was talking about Sway. I think. No, we just have 2 different viewpoints. We do. Anybody know what BKR mean? What is he talking about? I don't know what that means. But I understand. I think if he's talking about Sway, yeah, I said the same thing. And look, here's another reason why, like, Ed is kind of just, he overlaps Chun-Li because of this reason. Typically with zoners, they don't want to fight you up close. Break rush, back kill rush. Oh, that's what this is called. Why the fuck does he? Nah, he a nerd. Why he know the name of this move? James Chin. But yeah, as a zoner, the fact that you can being able to space yourself to apply your pressure has always been a good thing. So the fact that Chun-Li can't do this, because she's not meant to fight up close, she never has. I respect the knowledge for real. Man knows the move's name. I don't know. It could be me. It couldn't be me. James Chin knows more moves, but then he'll say it's -2 and it's +1. Look, he's old. Alright, stop talking about my GOAT. Leave James Chin alone, alright? Back to what I was saying. She's a zoner. She's very meter dependent. The fact that she can't space herself to use her most important move, which is her fireball or fireball drive rush, I don't like it either, but I mean, that's a thing that she needs to use. I appreciate the follow, Ember. That's a thing she needs to use, but she can never get in space to consistently use it. But Ed, a character with a better like force situation, gets to do this shit all the time just by simply doing this. If he wanted to. He can just like choose not to do this. But on top of having this, being able to do this, you know, like that guy said, his lights, his stand jabs, they're short. People will walk back against Ed because he struggles to punish that. When you walk back and he does this, it beats whatever you fire back with, on top of being at a range where you can't whiff punish. I mean, not whiff punish, you can't punish it. At least I think so. I could be wrong. Yeah, you can. But that's why they mix in doing this shit. So what ends up happening is that you just don't want to respond to him because you don't want to take 50k or 50%. Yeah, it's just, that's why I personally think, I know people give Chun-Li a lot of praise, but my main reason for her not being as good as people say is because she can't always use her tools. On top of her tools, well, that's a whole different conversation. On top of this not being as good as other characters, because her drive rush being slower, and then on top of her normals are okay. I'm not even gonna go down that route. On top of like drive rush being slow, can't space herself at a range where she can do this consistently, and on top of being meter hungry, puts her at a really weird spot where she has good utility, but When it comes to force situations, she kind of crumbles. And yeah, she has a DP, but she's meter hungry. So like every decision she makes end up becoming really crucial compared to other characters, or a character like Ed. Ed forces you to think about DI. Chun-Li, you kind of just like do whatever. And that's why her Oki is really good with all the safe jumps, because it makes up for her being meter hungry, but at the same time it doesn't. But I know people don't think about that so much, because people just see things and be like, oh, this character is broken, she has safe jumps and she can do this, this, and that. But I'm like, well, how consistently she doing this? You're probably making a mistake against Chun, because you have to be really fucking cracked to play Chun. Like, has anybody even seen Moke, Goichi, or Lashar player? There's the reason why they stick out compared to other Chun-Lis. Do we have a Chun in America? I don't think so. But yeah, that's a little ramble in that. And let's also talk about projectile privilege. My god, people cry about literally everything now. Okay. This wasn't me specifically complaining, it was more of me educating people. A thoughtful and well-paced video. I did learn from this. Thank you. I like how that's right under this. What's up, Truck? Zachbox, he got second in World Warrior. He's our best Chun. What's up, Fox? That scroll down was funny. I mean, I'm not gonna give my energy to people like this. This is why I should have left a comment. If you haven't reached 1800 MR, your opinion is invalid, bro. I'm not taking that shit in consideration. Yo, Billo, I appreciate the follow. Yeah, I did say that right. I appreciate the follow. Another video that tells me Juri is terrible in this game. I cannot agree to this. This right here, this doesn't exist. We don't see this. He's lying. Yeah, her lights are trash, just like PR Balrog fucking explained. And that's the reason, this is the reason why I don't like playing Juri, because she still has to play around this. But her, like Juri just, she plays into what the game promotes a lot, and I just don't like it. But Juri is good because of her buttons. Make sure doing this, like if she catch somebody lacking, if they delay a mash and she does this, she can buffer or whatever. But like this is so ass. It's so ass. She only gets 2 lights, and yeah, she can do this, but you can just walk back. She can't stop you from walking back. She has to commit to this, which, like I said, this isn't what I like, and that's why I don't play her. But it's obviously not an issue because she won $1 million. So, him saying this, that's a crazy take when she paying bills. I do like Juri's neutral though. Like I like her buttons, like this. I like her heavy punch. It reminds me of Colleen. Like heavy kick. I think stand medium kick is pretty stupid, and then she has this and this. But she also is, what, the only character with a +2 medium punch, and she does this shit all the time, which pushes her out of this. But like this is really crucial. Like just having lights. Like PR Balrog is no slouch. He knows what he's talking about. All right. So like having, yeah, Jamie stand medium punches +2. My bad. Chun's is +1. But this shit here being a thing, me no likey. $1 mil. Very nice, educational, well-produced video, man. Sub, like, I hope you keep making these. We'll see. That explains why most characters are worse than the top tiers. Makes sense now. I always thought it was like any other Street Fighter game. They probably just nerfed the other characters for less work. This is what I hope they don't do. Shoutouts to that one Herm video. She has costume privilege. I played Chun and I thought that something felt strange. Your video opened my eyes. Why it is? Look, I played Chun too because I think she's really fun. But like I said before, she's a zone. I'm not sure if you were in there for the Ed talk I gave, like Ed versus Chun. She's a zoning character. She's not meant to always play. She's not always meant to be this close. Like, this is not how Chun works. She never will work like that. And Capcom, does anybody remember that patch where in Street Fighter V they made heavy legs knocked down in Street Fighter V? Y'all remember that? They did that because they were too lazy to look into the character. Yeah, with Season 4. Season 4, she was able to confirm crouch and medium kick and no longer needed to do SBK to knock you down. So she would confirm crouch and medium kick into heavy legs, and she was the most busted character in the game. She was literally the best character in the game, Season 4. Or, no, because fucking Seth was stupid around that time, but she was up there. That's what happens when you want Chun to work up close like this. That's the type of buff they'll probably end up giving her, which I don't think they won't, not in this game, and you can't confirm it anyway. But that's the type of shit they end up doing instead of looking into the game and trying to make it interesting, because they want everything to be like Brian said. They just want everything to be in the moment decisions. They're not gonna like look into them and be like, oh, we'll give her more pushback. They could. And I have more hope on this because they took it away from Luke for some reason, which I don't understand why, and called it a buff because he did struggle with some of his confirms on counter hit. But they could have just did what they did to Manon, where they didn't nerf Manon's pushback. They just made, like, they didn't nerf it on block, but they nerfed it on hit so she can get more consistent damage. But for some reason for Luke, they were like, we'll give you this one thing, and now we're going to take this other thing away. I don't know why they did that. I don't think Chun is a zoner, more like a mid-range character. I feel like mid-range is pretty much zoning, but I guess that can vary. But still, she can't get to that mid-range, that's my point. Call her a zoner, call her mid-range, it's the same thing. I mean the same thing. Seth had instant air dive scythe, which was safe on block. That they took from Chun. Yeah, like Season 4 Street Fighter V was wild. They had a bunch of strong characters. Aren't light buttons minus on block in Street Fighter 6 compared to previous games? I clearly don't see a problem here. I remember having like Karen Sand light kick my butt to oblivion. It was plus, and I was still risking to go there. Street Fighter 6 players are so damn spoiled. Oh no, I gotta block a few buttons. I gotta block a few light buttons without risking being pro shimmy a billion times. Huh? Isn't the issue the fact that there are exceptions to this in the cast? Not much of an issue at all, just freaking block and wait your turn. You're not risking much anyway. Remembering how unfair previous games were, it's really close to non-existent. I see. Thanks. Huh? We're so spoiled. You think we love gambling? Some people do. That's why it's a bad addiction. Not everybody likes gambling. I don't think gambling is something that spoils people. And like I said before, what makes this game feel so off, at least to me, you know what? Hold on. I got you. You want to play a game like this? I got you. Damn. Give me a second. You wanna play a game like this, bro? Go here. Oh yeah, they have assists in this game. If you just wanna wait your turn and like no neutral and just do strings back to back. Wait your damn, this guy is mashing. Stop mashing, bro. I'm trying to show an example. Oh, there we go. You want this, bro? You want no pushback? Go play MK. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I don't like this in Street Fighter, because I don't, and I think it's very crucial to Street Fighter. For 6 not to have it across the board for every character is very interesting to me. Great video. I think I know why I struggle so much with so much extra with Chun. 1650 and Mars suddenly is all obvious in this video. Yes. Just don't fight it. You just have to deal with it. Great editing. It's a great video, bro. It's something I didn't even know about. Oh. You know what? Another thing that's funny? I made a video like this dead ass a year ago, and the comments were completely opposite. People were telling me I don't know how to lab and I'm dumb and all the extra shit. And now I make another video a year later because I knew what I was talking about. People love it. Stop playing Kim. She's just a yellow character. How do we respond to this one? And people were trying to tell me that Luke got buffed in the Terry patch. Capcom unintentionally ruined his low check with the jab nerf in the year 2 patch, and they reverted it, but as a trade-off they made his light strings bad. And the damage buff on his trash target combo did nothing for the character either. I love the decision Capcom makes with balance. That's why I said they don't even look at it. Challenge him to a first to 5. If you lose, you stop playing him. Kim is a YOLO character. Meanwhile, if somebody knows the matchup, she really can't do much and gets hit hard. Tell me about it. He kind of is trying to compare Kim to Blanca or some shit. And people, I just read this. Akuma has such a good backward speed that you can do this trick at many distances with multiple buttons. You can just autopilot many whiff punches to get like 1700 to 1800 or more. It's super easy if you learn this. I agree. This explains so many things. I play Chun. It's a lot of Chun players in here. I play Chun so every so often. I would get punished just for doing lights, but chalked it up to others having better buttons, or some characters being easier to punish than others, or why specific characters use parry in spots that seem unnecessary. Great video, love the editing, brother. I appreciate it. They should let some characters like Kim chain her into a stand light kick. The extra range would push them far enough out to avoid low pokes, probably. I also think that the crouching medium kicks that are 7 frame startups shouldn't have as much range as they do. Ones like Jamie, thank you. Ones like Jamie and Rashid are a bit more fair, but Ken, Chun, and Akuma are only a few pixels shorter than longest stand medium kicks. So in 5, I should probably just pull up the clip. I realized this the first time, and that's something I mentioned in the other video. The first video was for anybody curious. It was also one of my most popular. It's this one. I mentioned it's not as well edited. It's almost like a year old, but it still brings up the same points that I was saying in this video. But like in 5, they realized that the animation I realized if the hitbox matched the animation, if the hitbox matched the animation of that crouching medium kick, that shit would be insane. So what they did is they trimmed it back, and I mentioned that. I did mention that in the first video, and people were like, "No, they shouldn't do that. It should do how it is now. You just need to stop complaining." I'm like, what can I do? I was just trying to mention and bring up options that would help, because they already nerfed crouching medium kick, and I don't think it should be nerfed anymore, because then they could like make it useless. But if they did this, like if they just trimmed it back a little bit, because like Ken toes or his shoelaces fucking hit you, and then you are automatically in the corner. So it's like whatever. But if they did this in 6, I feel like nobody would complain. But when I mentioned it, it was a big deal, and I don't know how to lab. So I guess that's that. It's weird, bro. It's weird. I mean, how would you guys feel? Let me tie your shoes for your chief. Like, if they did this, would anybody care? To be fair, loose changes were extremely frivolous, but I feel like everyone else got good changes. Yeah, like loose changes. I don't know. I would love that. Of course you would. I mean, that's an option. Like if they are too lazy to make the game more intricate with the light stuff I was talking about, they would do this. I know for a fact Capcom would do this. It's like, what's the way we can spend less money here? Man, just trim that shit back. They would do something like that, and I would be like, you know what? I no longer have to complain. Y'all don't have to adjust spacing or anything. All of a sudden, Chun-Li will probably jump up through the tier list. She would jump up through the tier list. Like her crouching medium kick would go through this, but at the same time, she would be more consistent as a character. But hey, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just be making shit up. You know what? Good vid. Had no idea. Of course, Kim block streaming his ass. See when I say people don't laugh? At the same time, this could be a new player. You get a pass. Brilliant transition here. This video is very well edited. It took me damn near 3 days in total. Honestly, feels like you're purposely left out the nuance and details on this topic. You specifically shows Kim's inability to space herself out of range of medium counter approach like crouching mute kick using her block string, and they go to show that Kuma can space himself out with spaced out, not in point blank, but stand leg kick is 5 frames. The reason why I did that, and I also knew this would come up, is because that's literally what they do. Has anybody here watched Boost? Because we can pull up a match of Boost. With Ken, he walks around and he does that because of the pushback. If I pick Kim, we'll see the difference. See how well spaced this shit gotta be? Gotta be on the very edge. I walked mad far with Akuma. Did this, he was able to walk back. Bro, I know what I'm doing now. I know what I'm talking about. In your example with Street Fighter 5 Ryu, he spaced himself out with light into medium block string. So what are we talking about here? Spacing out with lights, or the general concept of it? Both. You say every Street Fighter game has a tool to space characters out, which is true, but the statement fully applies to 6 as well. Every character most certainly has tools to space themselves out for various block strings. Just not every character can do it from light strings. Some may need to cancel into special. So this guy is just actually into light from lights. Some need to start from medium, DR medium, or normals, or etc. Maybe the reason Kim can't simply make an auto spacing trap from lights is because Kim has obnoxious mix which she can go into from her lights, canceling them into run, OD, teleport, and all the variation those specials have, which means that they can simply block her lights. Which means that simply blocking her lights already puts you in her mix, and giving her an easy to no risk spacing trap on top of that is simply too good. What mix is he talking about? What mix does she get from a light besides a throw that does less damage than every other character's until she gets into level 3 buff? There's nothing she does from a jab that's different from every other character besides having a worse jab. Her mix is good, but when you have a character like Bison roaming around that can do this shit easily, like what's the point? Like your entire argument is invalid because Bison is here. He's more obnoxious than Kim. Way more obnoxious than Kim. A casual 6k every time he touches you. He has an overhead. He has a plus on block normal that moves him forward. He has hell press. He has a plus on block hell press. I don't understand that. She has a pretty good frame trap spacing too with her stand medium kick. You just gotta condition your opponent. I'm gonna condition my opponent in a game that's really volatile, and I do not have time to do that. That shit won't come up. You can't do it in a game where everything can just happen. This is the reason why being so consistent and ranked stands out. Like with Punk, like you see Punk play Kim, you're like, what the fuck? It's just because his general sense of intuition, and he's really fucking good at the game, is what pushes him forward. But in the first to two, even he loses sometimes because he can't predict his opponent. There's no consistency with Kim overall. That's what makes her a bad character. That's what makes her not as good. Because every character in this game is good to a certain extent, just not to. Because like the power level in 6 is pretty close. Like, I'm not here to debate that. It's pretty balanced for what it is. It's just that the fact that other characters don't have to commit on a very small situation, in comparison to like the lower end characters, it just makes no sense to me. Anyway, good vid, but doesn't fully represent the concept. Kind of misleading. P.S. You certainly do not need every character in this game with lights to space themselves. Counter posts, mirror options for it, homogenize their playstyles. There are playstyles in 6, and eliminate mind games, nuance, intent behind normal strings, pressure, and footsies up close. There is no footsies up close. They're guaranteed. Footsies is okay. The problem is run and teleport are both punishable on reaction. They are. And the ranges where you would use it makes it worse. They have their uses, but great video, Hermit. I watched it. It was quite informative. Some people don't take it seriously, but that information was dope. This is why gatekeeping is it. This is why Idon was like, we need something that gatekeeps in Street Fighter 6. Let me just say, anyone who types out this much in a YouTube comment doesn't play the game. Easy clap. Yeah, he got 13 likes though, so. Yeah, I was wondering if you could go more in depth about Kim's mix-up potential off her chainable lights. I'm lamming against Ken right now in the light crouch, canceling crouch and light punch, crouch and light kick, crouch and light punch. Swinging into her OD run or teleport always gets beaten by his crouch and beam kick, even if he delays it by 4 frames. I didn't know the gap to interrupt Kim out of her OD run to and teleport when cancel from lights was that huge. Once again, if Kim did not have this issue, you would not see Psycho complain when he plays boost that, oh my fucking god, and I'm quoting this, oh my fucking god, I cannot get out of this fucking button's range. If he could do this, no, Psycho would not complain. If she could do this, I wouldn't complain, because it would feed into what the game promotes, which is a bunch of in the moment decisions, and everything isn't guaranteed. If she had some type of magical mix-up from her lights where she could teleport or do OD run to like frame trap or whatever, I wouldn't be here right now. That would be a waste of time. From what I understand, after testing it, kind of poking with crouching light punch buffer into light vagabond edge is what Ember mentioned. On her medium punch target combo if she's close enough. Medium heavy punch target combo if she's close enough seems to be the only thing that she could do to deter Ken from mashing out of her specials. I'm just not figuring this out, and I think it's really cool that Kim can do this, but this is similar to what other characters can do with their light stream pressure, or what you consider to be negligible wholly in comparison. Sorry about my lack of knowledge. I'm sure. No, it's funny. This guy has a lack of knowledge. He says this himself, but seems more knowledgeable than the guy who typed an essay. That's so backwards. No, where was it? Hey, I'm no Kim expert, but as far as I'm aware of the matchup, her light elbow is uninterrupted from lights, as you know this. so it is this, which she can do if your opponent is like to match 4 frames out of pressure. It's the exact tool many other characters use in the same situation. It's unsafe at -5 and can't really be spaced out to not be punchable as far as I know. But again, it's also the case for many characters as well, like Ed for example. The only way for him to do a tight frame trap against lights is to go into light blitz, which leaves him in a similar range with -5 on block Kim elbow. Also, I laughed a bit, and actually it's funny because as far as I can tell, Kim actually does have easy block strings for spacing out against mids, unlike a lot of the cast. You can do 2 lights into a medium punch target combo, we leave her -6 outside most crowded. No, it doesn't. So with that in mind, the whole video is strange. So what he just said. Am I missing something? By the way, yeah, this is a space trap. This is. I don't use it anymore because when I play against better players, they know not to either. I mean, it's good to catch people off, you know, by surprise. Because if she were to fire back with this, I was doing this day one. Yeah, you can do that. But also, to prove that I was doing this day one, my very first video I made with Kim, the one that I got a bunch of like my very first video, it's literally the first thing I said in that video. So I used to give tips back in my ranked matches. Where is it? Maybe it's... This is only good to check people that jab a lot and do crouch and medium punch. Do I show an example? Yeah, see that, there it is. This was released a year ago. I'm not making this up. July 4th, 2023. I know about this. And I also know that bullshit that he said with his spaces her out of crouch and medium kick range is false. So yeah, no man, you are not punishing her run or EX teleports or reaction. You mash out of them or prediction. And if she knows you're mashing, she can stop and bait, or she can do specific block streams like legit light punch, medium punch target combo, or lights into light vagabond edge that would get you hit for mashing. They like you don't ever play ranked if you have never played anybody that's good at the game. When you realize that, you stop mashing and now you're prone to take the mix. Bro, oh my god, you know what? This video was fucking pointless because everybody's a genius. You do light vagabond against a character like Ken. Ken decides, you know what? I'm gonna drive rush this punish. Let's entertain this idea. I can't even believe he mentioned that shit when I showed that Akuma can just do a fireball. What did we learn today, Hermie? Repeat after me. Never read YouTube comments. That's why I'm streaming. I wanted to show people's ignorance. I picked the wrong character. I was supposed to have Kid. Where's she at? The comments were hard to read. They are. They really are. I don't get mad because I was prepared for this to be way worse. But what makes me happy on this video is that I had people like Dr. African, Zaffarino, Jago. Like I had 3 people who know what they're doing respond on this video, so that kind of just trumps and takes away from all the negative comments, because that shows me that players like around my level or better understand what I'm talking about. I'm not the only one. When I get this clickbait fucking scrub quote, I'm not going to be pissed, but I do want to entertain his idea. So let's say Kim thinks I'm a mash. Yeah. Wait. What's this side switch? Good idea. Good idea. I wanted to stop him from mashing on me in a bad matchup, so I decided to take a really dumb risk and do Light Vagabond. So what ends up happening is that I get put in the corner, and now I'm here. And I'm not going to get out. Not against Boost. Not against Safe. Not against anybody I play. Me? The Kens I play in rank? Them niggas are demons. I'm not getting out of the corner. But yeah, she has mix, sure. She can do stuff like. By the way, he said run stop. He said run stop to cancel into to bait DPs and shit and mashing. So let's entertain that as well. That's real. This shit is minus 15 no matter if you do EX or not. No, it's minus 12. So what is he talking about? I might as well make this a video on his own. Cause bro, you're an idiot. You are a dead ass an idiot. Or you just don't play the game and I'm being too mean. I'm sorry. It works in bronze, trust. How can you even make that comment with a straight face? No, he had to be typing smiling, bro. He tried to get underneath my skin. Instead, he just looked stupid. People delay tech all the time, or delay a button. This shit is minus 15. No, I wasn't doing the right thing. I have to jab afterwards. Good idea! Good idea! Good idea! No meter needed. Look at where we're on the screen. This shit is plus 43, meaning he can do a safe jump off this if he wanted to. It won't work outside of the corner, I'm pretty sure. But he can dash twice. You're in the corner now, and you're going to lose because of this. No way he's taking that seriously. He can't, bro. He can't. He can't be. He can't be serious. And then he said EX teleport. So I think the only way this would work is if it was plus 2. No, not even. Never mind. I know with some characters, like with Chun, if that's another thing. If her forward heavy kick worked, if her lights were minus 1, or yeah, I guess I could test it against Chun. It's plus 1 because it's stand jab. But I think if her lights were minus 1, she would be able to do. She'd be able to do this over crouching medium kick. I know if it's plus 1, she can do it. What's the start of 16 frames? Yo, appreciate the sub, Krugi. Thank you. I forget I can get subs. I just do this shit for fun. But yeah, if it was plus 1 or even minus 1, she might be able to do this. But if it was, so if her jab was minus 1, right? She, first off, it wouldn't matter because she would be at the space where this could hit that. Because there is a string I think she can do. Mess around with it. This one. What was that string? I know she has it. I forget which one it was. I guess it's just space dependent. I could be lying, bro. I might be lying. I might be lying. I think I lied. There was, I forgot what the string was, but there was a string where if she did this, it was a fake string, nothing real. It was hoping that nobody responded. Maybe it's off of that. I feel like that would grant the same result though. Yeah. Oh no, that's a 7 frame. So if I get jury, it might work on jury. Yeah, I appreciate the sub, man. How you doing? Yeah, there it is. So, how much is this? Yeah, so if it was -1, if stand light kick was -1, or if her jab was -1, I'm doing that math correctly. Yeah, she would be able to do this all the time, and that would be a threat because, like, at that range, well, it's still punchable. At least in the corner it is. Yeah, it'll still be punchable. But she'd at least be able to do it over crouch and medium kick. Just sucks that she can't. Anyway, that kind of got me on the tangent. But yeah, we should. I almost feel like pinning this comment out of pure pittiness, but. What the fuck? What is he on about? Why is he so aggressive with it? Every player has fireballs except Geef, Cammy, and Jamie. Because certain characters don't got fireballs. Stop the pitching. This has been Street Fighter since day 1. Well, what did I do to him? What? I feel attacked. That hurt me. That hurt me physically and mentally. Marissa doesn't have a fireball, Gladius. Kim doesn't have a fireball, Smoke Bomb. Banan doesn't have a fireball, the split kicks. You gave him the opinion and he took that shit personally? Why is it in all caps 3 times? Shut up, her. Cans or fireballs? Duh. Yeah, easy. Just really slow. Yeah, really slow and very rewarding, especially when you throw them out in neutral. God, I'm not gonna be able to respond to everything. There's a lot of comments on this fucking video. I think we are almost at the end. No, it keeps fucking A. It keeps going. All right. Oh wait, I gotta leave a reply. Nice video. Capcom must watch this. That's my intention. How did you change the camera angles? No, I don't think it's in that mod. Well thought out points. A nice video. I just don't know if it was worth the amount of work it took over if you just talked about it yourself. I ramble too much if it's not obvious. That's why I don't talk. I mean, I should practice, but just to get my point across, within 9 minutes, I kept it. I just did that. It was easier to do it that way. If I spoke everything out, it would have took me like a week instead of 3 full days. It took me about 2 full days. Nah, it took a long time. It took a long time. Great video. Thank you for the info and amazing editing. Whoever your guy is better, huh? Better you treat him well, because if it was you, well, you really love yourself. Oh, is he talking? Does he think I have an editor? No, brother. My hands are in pain from holding the mouse. You watched a video called Piccolo Vortex before? That's what players think Kim mixes. Yeah, you talking about when he dashes down to the ground and then jumps, do an instant overhead, and then continuously like do that same shit. Yeah, that's what Kim has. Ignore the fact that you could parry. Or wake up drive reversal. Interesting. 7 frames start crouching medium kick. Yes. Let us backdash cancel out the normals. Like I said, another reason why I wouldn't be here, so backdashing has only one use really, and it's for throws. If you don't want to attempt to mash, if you want to punish a throw, it works with some characters. I think it works with every character in the corner. Like Geef can backdash and command grab your ass, but the use of backdash in 6 is really limited. And this is why I said just give us more options. If you don't want to give us the spacing option, or like the fucking the chain light option with stand light kick, trim back the hurt box. You want to trim back the hurt box? Let me backdash. But backdashing in 5 was 3 frames. The startup of it was striking ball and throwing ball up to 3 frames, I think, or 4. And if they got hit, they would air reset instead of just getting clipped like they do in 6. So I think in 4 they were completely invincible and you had to OS it. I don't think that shit exists. That shit was really annoying. But in 5, I think backdashes were fine. Like nobody ever complained about backdashing in 5. And if they brought that to this game, nobody would complain. Yeah, thank you for telling me Marissa is even worse than I thought. She passes the stream test. She just doesn't pass it as consistently as them. She still takes the dumb risks, but at the same time, Marissa passes it because she's meant to play neutral, but Chun-Li doesn't pass it because they don't want her to. But like if she was right here, and this is where the situation comes up the most, if she could do it into stand light kick, even though it's 6 frames, it would help. But this is where this happens the most. Yo, I appreciate the follow. What just happened? We reached 90 followers. I don't keep up with shit. I appreciate it, guys. But yeah, where this mainly happens is in situations where you can only get one button. And most people like automatically mash with a medium punch because it has more range. Usually they never mash with a light kick. They always do like medium or crouching medium kick. So her doing Gladius is like, it just doesn't exist. She would have to do this. Like EX doesn't even work here because it doesn't have armor on the low. I don't mind buffering super behind every button to punish backdash. Yeah. See, that's the thing though. If I got hit like that, that would I would be able to justify that as you were buffering and you knew that would happen. People are commenting underneath this video saying, oh, I didn't even know that this existed. So you're getting hit and people don't even know why they're hitting you. They're just doing shit. I can't justify shit. Can't just justify shit happening. I mean, as an OS, if backdashes were invincible. That's what I'm saying. But if I got hit by an OS, because there's always a counter to said, well, there should be a counter to an OS. Uni is full of them, if you know about that. I would justify you doing that, because that means you literally, like, I conditioned, well, you kind of conditioned me with letting you get away with it, and then you OS and punish me for it. I wouldn't be mad if I lost. But tell me why everybody, when they come against a character with a crouching medium kick, is always upset. Tell me why. Tell me why. Not talking to you, I'm just talking in general. This is one of the best videos in the entire Street Fighter community. Whoa. What an honor. I never thought that shit would come. Huh. Ryu has the blessed lights, but also is still bottom tier. I don't think so. I don't think Ryu is bottom tier. He won a premiere. He won the CPT. I'm just being a dick. I think I don't think people pay attention. So that first tier list was mine. Where do I mention it? Start to see. Nope. Right here. I think this for, and we're not going to debate this because we can debate this another day. This is where I think Ryu is. He's like, and I think everybody would agree, he's like right here or like right here. He doesn't move up that much. But like I said, we'll debate that another day. Who cares? No, he's not. Ryu is far from low as he's so annoying to deal with. Aside from Kusanagi having a fluke run, you're just going straight up. Damn. That's crazy. Run the set with him. As your Ryu's succeeding at tournament play, this has been the case for over a decade. Ryu has arguably the worst fireball. Low tier drivers has no unmanageable threat in neutral and had the same game plan for 30 years, so strategies against him are the same. Idom competes with Manon. Lily won the tournament. Minna is on Geef. Honda had some luck. Where did he have luck? All the low tiers are more tournament viable than Ryu, so what does that tell you? You are absolutely delusional if you think Ryu is less viable than Lily. So you're telling me a character that's meant to be, he's meant to be like mid-tier, and they don't always do him justice because they don't. Ryu's meant to be a character that is good for starting out with, and if you want to stick with him, he's rewarding, but you just have to work for it. That's always been his thing. That was the thing in 4 and 5. He got nerfed, and then he didn't really return until the end when he was mid-tier again. But like Ryu does mad damage. It's just that his fireballs, like, the difference between him and Ken has always been like his fireballs were really good, and his fireballs are better than Ken's. don't know why I did that twice, but like, he passes this shit easy. If you can't, I feel like that guy isn't master. If you can't get to master with Ryu, you have a problem. I didn't lab a single combo with Ryu. I got him to master. Off of anti-airing and throwing fireballs and whiff punishing. That was it. Oh wait, he doesn't even need to do it. Just how much damage does this do? Just into super. Damn. You know Kim has to bust her ass to crack 5K. Well, no, she has to bust her ass to crack like 5.5. But if you're telling me a character that can take half your health for people who mash on you, and this does happen, that's the reason why Ryu's do it. A mixture of doing the heavy one because it's plus, and doing this one because it's -3. No. Are you a Kim mate? If so, I'm here to learn. Need to up my game. Well, according to these comments, Kim is a YOLO character. Stop playing her. All I took away from this video is Buffer JP. Because JP also doesn't pass that. I wish I could care. I wish I could still care about Street Fighter 6. This is not a confessional, alright? You're just supposed to... I just want the feedback on the video. You sound depressed. It's okay. I understand. Great video, amazing engagement and editing. I too am a main of Kim, and I noticed the issue as well. The request suggestion I had was allowing her crouching light kick to be special cancelable, and another form to Chun-Li. I prefer a safety style option for a special move like Vagabond to be startup 8 frame startup, active 3 frames, -3 on block. Red and conditioning is what we got. Yeah. I said the same thing. The only reason why I would want the startup of Vagabond to be 8 frames is because sometimes she's out of range to punish a sweep, and sweeps are like up to they're like -10, but sometimes she hits too late. If it was 8 frame startup, she'd be able to punish it and go into a combo. And they should adjust the advantage on block. I think it's up to +7. If it was +8, she would be able to do stand medium kick. That's like a small buff. Nobody looks into that. But I don't disagree with this. But I don't think they should make like Vagabond, like making this. I mean, it would help, but then you would just be in their face if they didn't do anything, and Akuma can just like fireball. So I'll take it, I guess. I'll take what I can get. This is conclusive for anyone who wasn't already aware of this, and this could be the first video in a 10-part series about intentionally privileged characters or lack of competitive balance in Street Fighter 6 or fighting games in general. But I think you're building a silly premise that seems to be very hard truth in the second 2D FGC in particular. They're not trying to make the game balanced or fair. Never were, maybe in a less corporate daydream somewhere far from here. The goals that Capcom manage are legally obligated to pursue have always been fundamentally opposed to the goal of a balanced competitive game. Just play the character you think is cool, or play the intended meta characters obediently if you want to play competitively, or play a different game. Those are your options. This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard, because like the power levels, so characters in 6 are really close in strength because they are. You can, like, anybody can win. Really, it's just really it's really hard. There's a game called Street Fighter 4 though, and I feel like in Street Fighter 4 is where they had the most fun before they try to esport everything and make everything too simple. And 4, you could win with any character you wanted if you put time behind them. And I know I just said that about 6, but I really mean it. In 4, you could win with every character if you put time behind them. In 6, the way you win with the character is just playing off of the system. And if the system doesn't agree with you, you're just not gonna. Your chances of winning is just low. Now there are some like horrible matchups in 4, I know, but 4 had so much. 4 had so much expression. That 5 and 6 lacked. Like in 4, look, I'm sorry, but in 4, there was character expression. There was actual like character archetypes. In 6, you pick and choose who you want to be +2 with. That's what it comes down to. And you do it in different ways. Like now you have like Kim and Bison. Who you gonna pick? But at the same time, you got Cammy. Cammy is basically Kim, just better because she has a DP. She has some air movement, and then she's more like contained. And if it's not meant to be balanced, then why make the game like this where you can't express yourself? If it's not meant to be balanced, make it a party game. Do what Fighters did. I wouldn't complain, because then it's not meant to be balanced. Instead of attempting to balance a game and then letting some stupid shit rock where other characters just have the privilege and they simply have it because they have it, that's dumb. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm just being an asshole. Sure. Editing goes nuts. I appreciate it. I love the angles in the video. We gotta ask him what angle he like. He might need to be on Neighborhood Watch. Thanks for this video. No problem. This is the kind of tech video I wish people would pop out more. Like it goes beyond if you block a stream, you are okay, LOL. I feel like he's shooting at Chris F. I like Chris F videos. Don't take that out of proportion. Shows yet another layer to these damn games. Devs more concerned with esports marketing than gameplay. That's what I was just saying. Like in 4, I feel like they just had fun. You know, in 4, Sakura stand heavy punch was 3 frames. Did you guys know that? So she will wake up, stand heavy punch, and it was warranted. That's what they do when they have fun. You know what? No. I got another thing for you guys. For you guys. So we're bouncing off of that fact. We're gonna look at Street Fighter 2's Street Fighter 2 Turbo frame data. We're gonna look at old basic Ryu. So, boom, 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 boom. In Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Ryu crouching mean kick was 4 frame startup, active for 6 frames, recovery was 9 frames, plus 3. That's when they do what they have fun. That's when they do what they don't want a game to be balanced. They do shit like this. A crouch and medium kick, that's plus 3. And it's 4 frames. I think the quickest normal in this game, what's the quickest? I think it's 3 frames. 3. So imagine Ryu having this in the 6. A 4 frame crouch and medium kick, active for 6 frames. Recovery is 9 frames, you're not whiff punishing that. Total of 19, but it's plus on 3, so I'm not sure if anybody paid attention to that clip. But when I appreciate the sub, Fox. Gift the sub to Truck. So this shit he's finna do. That's a real block string. He just did crouch and medium kick twice. And then look at the pushback. That's what makes it better. He goes to do this. Boom, boom, boom. That's what they do when they want a game to just be about fun. Oh, I thought I heard something. You said Cammy? Oh, did it? What button we looking at? You said heavy punch? Heavy punch is start up 3 frames, active for 10 frames, recovery is 9, plus 9 on block, plus 9 on hit, and plus 9 on block. Who did you main the Street Fighter 4? I didn't play. Well, you could technically. I put the most time into Makoto. Great video. Just watched it. I appreciate it, bro. And thank you for the follow, man. Famished. Yeah, my first video is Street Fighter 4. But I didn't play Street Fighter 4. I learned Street Fighter playing 5. Then when 5 was on this dying out period, I went to 4. But I played Makoto. Who did I play? Makoto, Oni, and I think that's it. Makoto and Oni. Two characters that were like, Oni was okay, just okay, and then Makoto required a lot of work. That video is fucking hilarious still to this day. That's crazy. Some crazy frame data. That's what they do when they have fun, though. What feels off is trying to mind read people you've never met. He gets it. He's one of us. She ain't even top tier. That's impossible. That's impossible. So you can mind read people you met, huh? If that's the case. You don't know anybody. Games busted and pretty dumb. Dumb way does the video show. Broski recently did a video, what makes a character strong in Street Fighter 6, highlighting the 5 things which make characters dominate. Safe lights into a solid combo, damage and positioning really should have been part of that list. Most people, 31 likes, so this got more likes than every other dumb comment I got. Most people would certainly argue that it's been a fighting game designed forever, but I argue that DI essentially nerfs heavies and that button's RPS in a game where a light will allow a player to send an opponent to the wall where they're guessing for their life is already incredibly volatile game. It's a bit much. Light streams are too much potent for how safe they are. I fucked that up. I'm sorry. It's been a fighting game designed forever. Don't know how you can argue against that fact. Don't know how you can reply to a comment on a video where that clearly illustrates with examples from Street Fighter titles that not to be the case. What? Is he agreeing or disagreeing? It's not like he was agreeing with me. No, he isn't. This last part isn't. So I lied. But yeah, DI does nerf heavies. But all of that would be a call out. So say if Chun was going to see that all bounces off of what 6 wants to do, is they want to make it to where there's not always a correct option. Because look at Guile. Guile throw around heavies all the time. Yeah, it's a weakness of his, and you're going to DI him, but he doesn't care. Because the reward of him spacing you out is that he gets to throw more fireballs and he's in your head. If they gave Chun-Li more pushback on her heavy punch, so what? It's DIable. Now that I got called out, it makes it where I can justify that you DI'd me because you seen that shit coming. GG's, bro. I shake your hand. I won't even be mad. Dude doesn't realize some heavies can't be DI'd or that they are cancelable. That's also a thing. Not every heavy is the same. So I feel like he agrees with me, but then argues against me with the DI thing. I get it, but like it's not as big of a deal as people think. Cause be honest, you gonna DI Chun cause she's doing heavy punch? You might do it if she does it too much. But say she DIs back, you're gonna lose the game for that. So it all just bounces off what they want 6 to be. They want 6 to be engagement at every point of the match. Everything you do, engage. Every time. That's why buttons like Cammy's heavy kick is -3 and it leaves her close. Or DJ Sway, the low is -3, but they nerfed it by leaving him close. They want everything to be engagement. So now DJ has to make a decision off of that low sway kick. He either has to DP, take the throw, backdash, perfect parry, like he has to do something. They want you to make a decision on everything. I just think the game is too volatile already to like that's okay in some cases, but in every case, I just can't agree. Base tape. Just like this safe option you give to people who has the advantage. Huh? Nah, I just win. He doesn't like what Akuma has, I'm guessing. Yes. Editing is heavy. Yes. That's why they do strings in that order. I'm a master with 3 characters and never knew this. Thanks. That's another product of 6. You got to master without even labbing. I'm not even like no shades at this guy. This is more shades at the game. You did? But yeah, you got to master. Master is supposed to be like, you know, you got to master, you know the game pretty well, you know how it works. And you got to master with 3 characters and never knew this. That's just impressive to me. But it happens. It's a part of new games. I'm not even gonna cook him. That was uncalled for. I'm sorry. Where's the... Damn it. Whatever. You think Kimberly has it bad? Play Marissa. What is he talking about? MRC Citrus. I was too busy looking at your name. I love your video. I just the other day had a bunch of people I play with give me endless amount of grief for saying one reason Bison is so good right now is his lights. Like I said, what rank are those people? And if they're a master, what's their MR? When it comes to taking opinions on this game, make sure that the player is consistently like 1800 MR and above. Then you can give an opinion, to me at least, and I'll take it in consideration. People love to act like they know what they're talking about. They love to sound smart. And the reason why I say that is because like being early master or even like below 1500 MR, you're fucking playing a different game from being like 1800 MR and above. And 1800 MR like right now isn't all that great because it's pretty easy to get through, at least for me. So like 1900 MR and above, where you're playing people who are like 2K MR or like the pro players, or just really good people in general, that's a completely different game from everything below it. Master below 1500, I can't really speak because my peak is 1700. At least you admit it though. They'd be like, oh, that doesn't matter. I'm like, bro, I played Punk. I have a video. It's called My First Tournament. I played Punk. He literally cooked me for overextending, trying to do something to stop him from doing low forward. Or everything I did, I overextended just a little bit. He would walk back and fierce. Micro walk back, fierce. And I died. So, I want them people to play Punk. Play Punk. Play boost. Play safe. Fucking play Zaf, Nephew. Play all these really good players. Come back to me and tell me how you feel. I kind of feel like Arslan. I'm not even on his level, but I know he's been getting cooked. For having that opinion that Tekken 8 is just 50-50s. But like, he's at a different level of the game. So everybody below that do not understand. Like, he's playing the game against people who've been playing that game or Tekken for like, I don't know how long has Tekken been out, 30 something years. People have been playing that game since the first game came out. It's a completely different game. He's playing at the top of his level. Of course, he's going to have a different viewpoint. He's going to see things for what it is. He's not, well, yeah, on top of like seeing what is good and what isn't, what risks should he take and what isn't. Because Tekken 8 is really just Street Fighter 5. There's a Street Fighter 5 version of Tekken. So yeah, matches are going to look the same. It's not going to be much you could do about it. This is what it is. At least they get updates. We don't get updates. The editing / production of this video was super engaging, entertaining, and informative. Thank you. Fucking A. There was something I didn't know. I always wondered why I was getting clipped by a crouching medium kick when I thought I should be safe in blood. Being a Kimberly maiden is really tough. Production of this video is so fucking cool. I would love to do more. I'm glad to see feedback. This was incredibly insightful for me as a new player. Thanks. No problem. I like this video and I agree. It's even worse for a newcomer in fighting games. I've had too many instances where someone shouts out, but it was my turn after one of these situations. Capcom, please fix this or buff DJ so he has it. He don't know what he's talking about, because DJ does this shit off the most basic BS. Cause in that Brian video I referenced, and I went to lab this, like I think Zen threw Xian in the corner. He dashes up and he does 2 jabs. That's a choice. DJ can easily do this. See what I mean? Like DJ, and then look at the pushback on that. So yeah, it's not even his stand light kick got good pushback. So DJ is also he's also a good example of this. I know stand light kick isn't the button they always go to use. He's also like one of his main utilities is his fireball, which requires charge. But look at that. How minus is this? It's -2. Oh, that is 8 frames. So this was doing this back to back won't work against a 5 frame. Damn, that's crazy. But that trade with the 7 frame, That's crazy. Oh, that is not a character with a low forward. What are you doing? So hit master is like get gold in Street Fighter 5. Hitting master in 6 is like being platinum. It depends though. MR changes. So 1500 MR to me, I still think you're Diamond 5. Like 1500 MR to 1600 MR, I think you're Diamond 5. 1700 MR, I think you really, well, probably like mid 1700 MR, I think you can really be considered a master, low key. I'm saying that because people like struggle to get to 1700 MR, that's a hurdle. But 1800 MR personally, I think is where you're a real master, because you got there. Like getting through 1700 MR and like the rest of them is just keeping your game simple. Like you keep your gameplay simple, and you look to whiff punish, and you don't overextend. 1800 MR. So that shows you mastered the basics. You mastered the basics. Getting past 1800 MR shows that you mastered the character. Getting past 1900 MR and above, you're cracked. That's what that is. So if you're, the MR is really weird. There's a really weird way to do ranking. If you're like 1200 MR, you're like Diamond 1, bro. Be honest. Plus, what doesn't make any sense, you can get to Master in this game with like a 30% win rate, which is similar to 5. But 5, you had to have mad games, and what people would do, they would blacklist. They would blacklist whoever they lost to, and that's probably what they do in this game to get to Master. But it takes less time because they give you hella LP. So you can get the Master, but that will mean you're an actual Master, which to some casuals sounds absurd. I've destroyed them. Haven't fought Punk since Street Fighter 4 when he was in 84. Hey, how do you deal with staggered light block streams? Shows would catch me sometimes midway between staggers. Like, how do I deal with them using them? Like, how do I use stagger lights, or how do I deal with them? Because the way you deal with them is just by mashing immediately, or doing the button that's slow enough to catch a counter hit. So like if they're doing something like that, and you immediately respond with this, you'll get countered. Like, yeah, you kind of missed that. But yeah, I think DJ is fine. I don't know. This guy didn't know what he was talking about. He did say he's new to the game. I'll let you slide. I'm about to go in the rank with Kim. Can you tell me more things to focus on? Keep your game simple. Look to whiff punish, and do not overextend. That means no run slide, no EX teleport from full screen, no drive rush from full screen. Take your time, anti-air like a normal person, and then mix when the time is needed. Do not like get anxious. Do 3 lights, walk up and do something. Don't do 3 lights and try to do something in general. Let the game play out and play to keep yourself safe. You will get it to 1800 or more. Back to the comments. Y'all won't keep me here all day. DJ can press 3 light punches in his string and be out of crouching medium kick range. Perfect anti-air range on top of having sway like head. Get good. He's new. Why y'all cooking the newbie? Chill. Forgive me, but I'm focusing on other things. I knew somebody. You know what? How do you beat it? I see people immediately press between staggers when I delay lights. Hey, you beat it by just mashing crouch and medium punch. It also depends. Like if you immediately mash crouch and medium punch within range, then you should be okay. If OD teleport is going to be as bad as it is, then we should be able to air grab out of it. Yes. Neighborhood. I forgot to put the hood. Luke didn't. I don't know why I paused. Luke didn't lose this because if you play in known Luke, you can. You know the close range string scenario is not jab jab jab, but crouch medium punch jab jab. The space you out of the same and crouch medium punch is +1. It's not mashable. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. After Luke does crouch jab, after like that hits now because that's a change. But if he don't know what he's talking about. Oh, before Terry patch, any crouching string that included a crouch and light kick, a crouch and light kick in it would space you out of crouch and medium kick range, but since how crouch and light punch has less pushback on block, he can no longer get out of range. Rich is the only guy that knows what he's talking about. Mago on straight trolling. On one straight trolling. Manon above Luke and Ryu is crazy. I didn't look at his tier list. I just looked at the top. That's all I did. No, this is Mago's. Ed, Bison, Cammy, Rashid, Geef, Akuma, Ken, JP, Bison, Guile, I'm smoking, Chun-Li, DJ, Jury, Aki, and Blanca. I low-key agree with all of this except him. And I think they should be moved up here. I think A tier is bigger than this, but whatever. Then Manon, Dawson, Ryu, Luke, Lily, and then Jamie, Kim, Honda, Marissa. Damn, Marissa down here, and Terry is the worst character in the game. Yeah, Mago, he on to something. It is that you ask him why he made a decision. He can't speak Japanese. Just assuming based on your knowledge, America said Geef sucked. But when he was asked, America's conclusion now is that Geef is pretty good. You know, I see more Geefs in rank than I see Ken now, which is something. Edazon specifically came into America for ECT because he knew he was going to win. We have very different opinions as to what characters are good and why they're good. Let's start there. Damn, why he gets so personal? Agent Sephiroth. Or just go play and learn all 3 characters and tell me Manon is better than Luke and Ryu. Hell, looking at her frame data and hurt boxes alone is enough to give you an idea. She's not as good as either of them, but she definitely has a better matchup versus them, the other characters in the roster. He sounds like he know what he's talking about. Why Terry? Terry has a very weird flow, and he doesn't really have that many options. Like, you can kind of sum all of Terry's options down to crouch and medium kick, because that's his most used button. It's kind of like the only button he has. Everything else has its place, but you can kind of sum it up to one button. Usefulness of fireballs and footsies against a 10 frame quarter screen unblockable that takes health away from the opponent next round. Huh? You can literally just jump it or backdash, and they're talking about something else. Manon 101, from the books of it, people prefer complaining instead of learning the Manon matchup. It's been over a year. Fam, they literally don't even know how good how not good she isn't. It's clear when Mago made that matchup chart, he wasn't really playing versus her or was trolling. If if she's punishing you with anything, is literally on reaction. At higher ranks, there are no fixing for whiff punches with her because she gets beat out on nearly everything. Like, people just glance over her frame data and be like, oh, what the fuck is that? Then they found out her best or second best button is back heavy punch, used to not be plus, and be like, how do you even play this character? Serious question for you with some genuine constructive discourse here. Who do you play in this game? Hell, I'll even play you so you can learn the matchup and understand what I'm saying. They got into it. I guess I gotta offer my opinion on that. Manon is not better than Luke or Ryu. I think she's more close to Ryu than Luke, only because Manon's neutral is really good. It's probably some of the best in the game, and that's what hold her, like when she play against the top tiers, that's kind of what hold her together, except Guile and Jury. And like, I know she kind of struggles with Chun-Li a little bit. The intro where the character is thinking and deserving a fight like that, then going to see other characters from an angle was the most interesting stuff I've seen in this game. Cool thinking. I bet that's got a lot of narrative potential. Narrative potential. Great observations and education. He knows how I think. Nice video and spot on. Is nobody else challenged me down here? Hey man, I've got a question. Could you not utilize chain cancel light as Kim to counter hit the immediate reversal of crouch beam kick? I know if the opponent doesn't do anything, you whiff a light, they wouldn't be able to reaction with punish. The counter hit chain cancel crouch a light punch was +8, so you would get stand medium kick elbow. Just trying to find other options for the situation. Like I said before, you never know what people are going to do. So Ken, Ryu, and Akuma, they don't even have to worry about this because light kick will always reach, and if you're going to stop them, you have to do light kick. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about, but the fact that people, like, when you block Kim's string, the moment they block crouch and light kick, and I think James Chin did a video on this talking about how she struggles stopping people from walking back. They block crouch and light kick, they walk back. This game is all about in the moment decisions. They walk back, they respond. Any light button, they're not looking for it. They just know it will make contact. That's all they care about. But if you just so happen to overextend on something so small and they walk back and then Ken does heavy punch right over your jab and you get snuffed and you thinking, oh, why did I lose? It's because you overextended. That's why I don't do that. And it's not even just like it's her crouch jab. If she does stand light kick at that range, his heavy punch goes over it. His heavy kick slaps her in the face. No block, only guess. Yes. As for Chun, also for the Chun example, can you not do the same thing with the fourth light, the stand light punch? Yeah, it's the same thing. And then, like I said, it's about how often the situation comes up. What is Nash Fan going to do right here? Boom, boom. He has no charge. He can't go into fireball. If he did another light, this shit would have went. Like, I don't think our light would have hit this. And it's -3. That's why. So he would get counter hit right here, trying to overextend and stop him from responding. He got hit anyway, but there's nothing she could do in this situation but parry, because she doesn't have charge. Like I said, if you played in ranked and you got to 1800 or more, or if you just played somebody in tournament that knew what they were doing and you were trying this goofy shit on them, you wouldn't make it so far. It's 100% just a matter of labbing how to count it. Oh, never mind. 6, 7, 8 frame posts. Yeah, like, don't play. Agreed. I haven't seen any mission of this option in discussion. Maybe people don't like the risk reward of landing their light buffer versus getting punish counter. Like the light buffer that Ember has showed me, I might end up using that. But it's still like, yeah, it won't, the Tatsu won't come out. But if they end up walking back and doing heavy punch, it's going to smoke me. I'm not making that up, and I'm not just saying that to combat this, being devil's advocate or some shit. That's a dead ass situation. How many times have you guys played against a Juri and she does like medium punch and you think she's finna do something else, like a crouching medium kick, but she walks back and then do fierce and you get punish counter? That shit happens all the time. All the time. She's infamous for that because of how her fierce, how it hits, it like goes, is very high up, but it hits below too. And it reaches very far. That's the bottom line. Shows how useless Guile is when it comes to this. And his DI safe, yeah. He don't know what he talking about. I've been struggling with this so much. Nobody freaking blocks under throw text, just mash. Who cares if I'm knocked out? When I get mashed into drivers for big damage, he's going through it. Instant karma. Ed is missing its stance cancel to link punishes for combos or frames like W Street Fighter 4. No. See, this is the thing that's been annoying me and has me confused in some neutral interactions. Maybe a change in this area in the future update will rectify this, but it's definitely is the thing that I've fallen victim to over and over again on Chun. That's why I use her. This is why I use Chun as an example. She's one of those top tier characters that people love to boast about because of her utility, her Oki, and then Fireball Drive Rush. But then, like, her Fireball Drive Rush is only so good because her Drive Rush is ass, and her Fireball has one less block stun frame than every other Fireball. So all of that together does not mix well. And I'm not defending Fireball Drive Rush. I'm just saying it's not as good as Aki's or Juri's. It's good, but not like the best. Then plus Guile, I'm pretty sure Guile has the best Fireball Drive Rush. Never going to happen. Players are asking for way too many changes. Capcom won't even bother. They have a full fucking year to introduce this type of stuff instead of introducing this Bison change that, oh, we noticed he was getting 2 of these things in the combo. We decided to take that away, but we'll leave the damage on the table. It's a useless change. They have a full year. I know they said they were going to update more Juri's Fireball is the slowest with the least recovery, but it doesn't go full screen. Not Bison. Guile's is pretty fast. Also slow, like fast startup, slow, and then he can change it by doing the regular boom and then drive rushing behind it, or he can do Sonic Blade and then throw it and then drive rush behind it. Like Guile got it and then Juri, in my opinion. Yeah, like Capcom doesn't have an excuse. Not in my opinion. However, you could do this. Yes, he can. He can. He has -1 light, so he can do this as well. But his stand light kick doesn't have much pushback as Akuma's. It doesn't. What? Yeah, mess around, but you said light kick was creating a space unless it's done right. Creating a space unless it's done right by their face. Damn, Rich, why you get cooked like that? Damn. Is he talking to you? No, wasn't this guy like up here somewhere? Whatever. Are we at the bottom? We're at the bottom? No, we're not. 7 o'clock. Oh god, someone's complaining about Ed's light stream, the worst jab in the game. I'm sorry to offend you. Like, share, subscribe. Okay. I mean, I feel like I got the pretty much the gist of everything. If you land at plus and jump in, why start your pressure? This shit aggravates me in the game because it forces me both to beat both me and my opponent to RPS buttons so much forced me to read their mash and perfect parry their reversals normal because I don't have the frame or spacing to walk back. God forbid I blocked crouch medium kick DR and now I'm holding a 50-50 where the situation can sway so hard. I can drive reversal, but if I literally read DR cancel, but if I guess wrong, I'm exploding. Side note, can't Kim chain 2 crouch and light kicks and space yourself out of most crouch and medium kicks? Nobody. Oh, sure, 2 crouch and light kicks can change and theoretically get you far enough away, but in return you lose pressure since it's not cancelable. You get absolutely nothing off of 2 light kicks, so even if it's counter hit, you don't keep your turn. The point is crouch and light punch, crouch and light kick, crouch and light punch is that the second light punch of the counter hit links into medium punch, which is a party starter. And you can sort of hit confirm it to light Vagabond or Tatsu to keep Oki going. The problem is driver, it's not light strings. It'd be more manageable if the drive system wasn't so bullshit. That's the thing. If I made this video attacking the drive system, there will be way too much fireback. But for the sake of not wanting to attack the system because people are so sensitive about you say anything wrong about 6, I just think this situation alone would justify everything else. Because another thing which people don't understand is like, so when you block a crouch and medium kick, as Kim at least, when you block a crouch and medium kick, and they throw you, they can now throw loop you mid-screen all the way to the corner. And all I want to do is try to prevent that. She doesn't have a reversal until level 3 and they can bait level 1. I even think they can bait DPs too. So the situation, like, it sucks because yeah, they spin 3 bars, but if they throw you twice, you're in the corner from neutral. So people are still gonna find a way to say that's dumb. They're gonna be like, oh, you just don't want to play 6. I'm not even saying remove throw loops. That's the crazy part. I don't even like throw loops. But if I could space myself outside of this, I would justify getting thrown mid-screen because that means I messed up along the way. And when you're in the corner and you do a string like this and Ken responds with that and he does either this or he just keeps throwing you, how is that fun? And how can you justify that? If you can't escape the situation because they don't give, the game literally forces you into it, how is that intuitive? How is that creative? It's not. That's the thing, it's not creative. They want everything to be engagement. And like everybody gets Oki off of everything. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm just trying to prevent this. This is all. I'm not targeting perfect parry. I'm not targeting fucking raw drive rush. I'm not targeting drive rush on block. I'm not even talking about how drive reversal is useless sometimes. It has its places. I'm not even talking about, well, I'm somewhat talking about backdashing. All I'm talking about is spacing. Simple. And you get like 10 people in the comments just blown out of their mind that I even thought of challenging the Street Fighter 6 hierarchy. I'm sorry. Damn, why does this have so many likes? 52 people agree. Y'all gonna make me cry. Alright, here we go. What the fuck? I don't think that's the real boost, but Jago here, excellent video. Yeah, the first issue is not every character can do this, and it's the biggest problem in Street Fighter 6. 2 characters have high mobility that should not be able to triple light strings, period. Cammy and Akuma. I don't agree with that, but lights are chains. You can delay the second and third lights, which now act as cancels, causing less pushback. If a universal tool is to be in the game, everyone should have it. I agree. Another issue is that the ranged lights hit amongst the top tier. Lights should not interact with crouch and light kick or medium kick or heavy kick normals that duck. The counterplay to lights were those buttons, and for this to be, and but this has changed, and there is no counterplay to lights. I keep fucking this up. But to stay out of range, yet using longer buttons out of range means you can still be counter hitted by lights trying to avoid. I need some water. That's all that is. But let me respond after I drink some water. I'm over here dying. I've been talking too much. So what he's talking about, he's talking about the first part of the video, which is the first reason. Talking about this. This only exists. The reason why people do this is because they know they can't contest crouching medium kick all the time, so they do this. They do this out of fear of crouching medium kick. That's how you know. That's how strong the button is. Should they nerf this? I don't think so, because of the reward you get for using crouching medium kick is the same as this, so it kind of balances out. Plus, not every character can do this. So, and I don't think every character should be able to do this. So that's the thing. But I do get his point. Like, stand light punch being a low normal is pretty weird, because he's arguing that this shouldn't exist, but her jab goes so far, or at least the hitbox of it goes so far where it like interacts with Juri, and then she can go into crouching medium punch. I don't think they should remove it, just because, and I know defending Cammy is like first degree murder or some shit, but they do this because of how strong the button is. So now you have to think just a little bit more when you use crouching medium kick, and God forbid that, because every character with crouching medium kick that you insult, they just get fucking panties in a knot. But I agree, I understand. I'll probably respond to this later. He's been subscribed to me for a year. Alright, we got to the bottom. That's all I wanted. I know I didn't respond to everything or like everything. It's 7 o'clock and I have to go to work tomorrow. But I was talking for 3 hours. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. We'll probably have to rate somebody. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for stopping by, coming out here to hang out and hear me fight the system, because it definitely feel like I'm fighting against the Matrix right now. Everybody thinks 6 is perfect, and you speak out against it, you get unplugged. We're gonna raid Shine. But yeah, join the Discord if you haven't already. The link should be in the description of my YouTube channel. If you guys want to play me, get advice, or just fucking talk shit, I am around. But yeah. I messed up. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. I gotta raid. I want to raid Shine. Is that not a button for raiding? Wait. Wait. Alright, there we go. Now, get in there, spam emotes, do whatever. Shine is a homie. Thanks for having us. We made it. Yeah, take it easy, y'all. I might be back tomorrow because I do want to get Kim to 2K MR before the phase ends, so I can never play rank again. Either tomorrow or Thursday, I'll be back. But I do need kind of a break. Yeah, but a good day at work. I don't work right now. I work just early in the morning. But yeah, peace. Y'all take it easy. YouTube. Nobody's spamming emotes. I'm disappointed in my chat. Y'all are trash. I'm playing. I appreciate the support on YouTube. You guys showed up. 216 views, by the way, on YouTube. That shit's insane. But nobody was chatting. Y'all was just dodging those ads. But yeah, I appreciate it, guys. I'll be back either tomorrow or Thursday. So, yeah. Y'all take it easy. Hey, I did emotes, you turned.